Hey everybody, welcome back to another video, and it's raining. I actually filmed a video this morning washing a commercial lighting place. So if you see that video, today is the same day, Friday, May 15th. Well, I'm back on residential now. I did that one early this morning, 5 o'clock. Now it's 8:30, so I'm on to houses. This is where it's going to be the rest of the day. I had to switch raincoats because I'm on like my third one. Everything's soaking right through, and where I used to work, Verizon, thanks for the rain gear. I kept it. Anyway, I'm going to use some different nozzles in this video. I've got a house to wash. It's all vinyl sided, pretty big place. It's a repeat customer of mine. They have concrete around their pool. I'm going to surface clean that. They've got a retaining wall, block wall with some moss on it. I've got to do that. Trex deck, and then like some pavers right off the deck I'm going to do too. But I've got the M5 twist out. I don't use that in a lot of videos, and people have been calling me, telling me how great it is, and telling me I should be using it, and a bunch of other advice. I have one, I use it. The reason I use my Jrod is because I like to have a narrow pressure washing nozzle too for doing like tight spots around front porches, things like that. Then I've also got the actual colored pressure washing nozzles. I'm going to use all of them in this video, just show you some of the differences, what draws chem if you're downstreaming, what doesn't. And it's of course raining, so we'll try to keep the camera dry. Here we go. So this is the nozzles, pressure washing nozzles. I'm not going to use any of these things. I rarely use these things unless I'm doing like fleet washing a dirty excavator or tractor trailer or something. So I really don't use those things a lot. I don't find I need them very often. The ones you will need, I've got my Jrod that I use in almost every video right there. I've got 2 shooter tips on there, and then I've got my wide fan tip for soft washing, and I've got a pressure washing nozzle if I'm doing like some concrete, something like that. There's the M5 twist everybody's always talking about. No, you can just do everything with one nozzle. Other guys asked why I switch nozzles, or why I have a remote downstream injector to turn my chem and soap on and off when I could just switch nozzles. The reason I do that is because all 3 of these draw chem. This one does not. If I were to switch to this little thing on a vinyl sided house or any house, it blasts the siding right off. It's not an effective way to soft wash. So I turn my chem on and off with a remote. So we're going to get everything out. I just got my hose hooked up. This place is been here before, like I said, but it's on a well, pretty far back into the woods here. Customer's on a well. It's not the greatest, so it is kind of slow water fill. So I wanted to get the water hooked up first, get the water going before I get everything else out. You can see the siding's getting a little green. It's the north side right here on this gable end. Come to the back. Got this Trex deck. It's like first generation Trex too, the PVC, where they put the fasteners through the boards, real green and slimy. So it's very old. The newer stuff, they have the clips, but this one needs a treatment. Patio around the pool. It's really dark concrete. It is wet. It's been raining, but it's very, very dark. It's like a gray concrete. It's not the lighter stuff. And then this retaining wall. We've got some moss, especially on top, but we're going to treat the whole thing. And then we've got these little bit of paver stones here, which aren't in great shape either. All the dog toys to move. Bones the dogs were chewing on. These pavers are pretty slimy also. We'll get those treated. And then the house, vinyl sided. Pretty usual. But I've done it before, so I know what I'm getting into. I use the M5 twist on the vinyl, and I'll use the Jrod, and then I'll show you how we're going to pre-treat, clean that wall and the concrete. I had to, customer just had their driveway sealed. It's fresh sealer on the driveways, asphalt driveways that we do up here. You can see his little sign down there, and he had some streamer. So my customer Todd, he's not here. He actually called me and told me he's gone to work. Some girl answered the door, younger girl, I assume it's his daughter. I knocked just to let her know I was coming, or I was here, which he had already told her, but a couple windows were open, so she closed those for me. But he told me, don't crank the wheel too hard because the driveway sealer's fresh, so I had to back my truck in nice and straight and leave it there. We don't want to wreck that driveway. All right, get hooked up and get going. So I'm back here, back of the house. We're doing this retaining wall now. I've pre-treated everything. See some of my soap bubbles down here on the around the pool, or SH bubbles. I went across the deck. That's already done. The whole back of the house is done with the M5 twist. Now I've got the Jrod on there, that tiny little nozzle, because the M5 twist just doesn't have enough pressure. You guys that have pressure and volume are two separate things, remember. You guys that have the bigger pumps, the 8s and the 10s and the 12 gallon a minute pumps are probably 4,000 PSI. They push that pressure with that volume. They might get enough oomph out of that M5 twist. My little 5.5, probably not as much. So I switch over to a nozzle like this to get, you see the moss is all turned yellow because I pre-treated all this. I'm gonna go across it with the nozzle like that and clean all this off. I should have a long gun to keep me further away from it. It's one thing I forgot to bring down here. But it's kind of hard to hold the camera and do this. So I'll just show you a little bit right here. I don't want to soak my GoPro. I'm going to go along that top ridge there and then that whole top, all those stairs, all the way around. And then I'll use the surface cleaner on the patio, surface cleaner down here. Surface cleaner setting right there. Next step, and then we'll continue more of the house. All right, we're gonna do the gable side of the house. This isn't that tall, the garage right here. So we'll turn the injector on, fire up, the remote back in my Verizon raincoat. If you haven't watched this channel before, I was an operations manager for Verizon for 7 years. I quit that job to start this business. Actually, I started it while I was still working there. Taught me a lot in how to not run a business, basically, is what that job taught me. But the M5 twist is on, remote downstreaming, and we're going to apply a mix. Normally you go from the bottom up every time. Nice rainy, cool day like this, doesn't matter as much. You don't have to worry about the stuff flash drying on you. Nothing's drying today. Nothing has dried this whole week. It has rained every single day. So I'm not too worried about keeping the windows wet with stuff flash drying on me. And I'm holding the GoPro, I don't have the mount, so normally you can just take your hand, kind of switch over like this, and you can adjust that tip to make it more direct, more of a stream, a shooter, and it'll reach that peak, which isn't very high. We'll go to the gable side of the house, and we'll see if we can reach that without having a shooter. But if you're on a real tall place, that 0040 shooter tip on my Jrod would be needed. House like this, I'll probably do the whole thing with this one. Just going to apply here. Got the soap turned up pretty high. You can see it. A lot of bubbles. Just make sure you hit every inch. A little wider with it. I'll rinse their bicycle off at the end. I'm just going to get up there to that little dormer. Now we'll go back to the remote. See the lights are on the truck. Put my remote downstream injector off. Now the mix is off. I'm gonna let that dwell for a minute. There's probably another, 45, 60 seconds of mix left in the line. I'll apply a little bit to the front of that garage. Then I'll come back here and rinse. All that green stuff will be gone. And we'll continue over the other side where it's a little bit taller. And we'll see if this M5 twist can shoot all the way to the top of that second story. All right, how's that look? I got the GoPro set on a little paver stone over here. That way I don't have to hold it. Gable end of the house, that's a true 2 stories. Only one tiny little window, probably a bathroom. So I've got the M5 twist on there and I've got my Jrod shooter tip. I think the M5 is gonna reach that. That's not that far. If this were like a walkout style, 3 stories down, it probably wouldn't quite have it, but we're just gonna do a test to see how far it can go. I'm gonna dial the M5 all the way to the narrowest, and then we'll use the 0040 shooter tip and we'll see which one gets further. Pressure washer's on. SH is on. We'll go right to narrow as far as it goes. Yep, and it's there. It's hitting the peak. It's still just water right now. We'll see when the mix starts to come out in a few seconds. There it is. No problem. And we'll put the shooter on. A little more of a direct stream on an 0040. And you can see this goes over the peak. I don't know how easy it is to tell on camera, but I'd say another 15 feet out of the shooter tip. more of a direct stream. But the M5 will do fine, especially for vinyl sided house this size. And I don't have to switch back and forth. The other thing, I'll just do it right now because we have it. So a lot of guys, a couple guys asked why I even have the remote on and off. Why don't I just switch to a pressure washing nozzle and then to shut my mix off? So if you're applying, and you want to go to rinse, you have to go back to the truck and hit the valve, or like me, have a remote that does it. They say, why don't you just switch to a high pressure nozzle? You won't need to do anything. That's true if you have a little, Ryobi 2 gallon a minute electric pressure washer. These big ones like this is only a 5.3, but if you've got like an 8 or 10, that's a lot of pressure. So here's a wide fan tip nozzle that applies mix. Nice and gentle, puts the soap mix on there, SH and soap. Now let's say I applied to the whole thing, I'm ready to rinse. I don't want to walk back to the truck to turn the valve. I don't have a remote control to do it. So just switch to a high pressure nozzle, like this one right here, and rinse with that, because that'll stop the draw. So look at how hard this is. That's not soft washing. That's way too much to put on vinyl sided. You'll end up blowing a piece of siding off. It pushes water behind the siding. That's not soft washing. So I don't do that. That is a way you can do it. If you've got a real small pressure washer, it'll probably work. I have the remote control. I'll do the whole thing, apply, and then rinse. The M5 is fine for a house like this. I do use it pretty frequently. When I've got a job where I've got concrete, and that happens, I'd say, 80 to 90% of the houses I do, they have like concrete front steps, so she'll take you around there, show you this one. Even if I'm not doing a whole pool patio and pavers and a deck, I always just include that front concrete porch patio or porch and porch steps as part of my house wash. So I need that high pressure nozzle. The M5 just doesn't quite have it. But if it's a place where it doesn't have that concrete front porch or step, or that stuff's not dirty, and I'm just doing quick vinyl, this thing's great. So I'm gonna shut this off, finish this house up, walk you around the place when it's done. All right, just wrapping up. Just gotta rinse the walkway out front and I'm done. Gable end of that house we just did. Patio here, see the little moss has turned white. Deck, back of the house. Pool concrete all the way around. I surface cleaned that, post-treated it. These stairs and the retaining wall, pre-treated, pressure washed, and post-treated. Moss and stuff in those joints, you really gotta lay that stuff in there. Help it eat. Deck, Trex deck, or a PVC deck, it's not exactly Trex. That's done. Made that shot with the shooter tip. Around here, like I said, there's the well head right there. I was saying I was worried about this house with the water, but the well is really good. It kept up better than I expected. We'll actually disconnect it while I'm right here doing my walk around. Rinse the bicycle off and the hanging baskets. Gotta rinse my surface cleaner out. Tip it upside down. Front of the house. Gotta rinse my walkway on the way out. Put the customer's little wreath back and some stuff on the front porch. They had a couple candles and candle holders. I'll put those back. And now the lawnmower guy's mowing in the rain. Go ahead, pal. But just because you made it this far in the video, most people don't watch the whole thing. I know what someone's gonna say. Get the best of both worlds and put the M5 twist onto a 2-holder Jrod and then put a shooter tip. You mean like that? That's a 2-place Jrod. I have it on my soft wash gun. I have seen guys do that. They'll put a quick connect on there, put the M5 twist in one slot, and then put the shooter tip on the other. You got the best of both worlds. It does work, but I still like to have that single pressure washing nozzle. It's what works best for you. So, you guys down south that do a ton of concrete, you always see those guys with a big 30-inch long gun or 36-inch long gun and a turbo nozzle, and they do most of their work with that because they're not really soft washing, doing more pressure washing, flat work cleaning. Up here, more soft washing. We still have some flat work, but not as much. So it's whatever works for you. I'm not gonna tell you the M5 twist is a piece of junk, the Jrod is terrible, why switch back and forth, just get one nozzle. It's what works for you and the work you're doing and the equipment you have. So if I title this video, the M5 twist is a piece of junk, a ton of people will click on it because half the people are gonna agree with me, the other half are gonna say I'm an idiot. but I don't do things like that. I'm just going to show you what a real example of how the equipment works with what I have. If you've got a bigger 10-gallon-a-minute pressure washer and you've got the bigger Orifice M5 twist, it might work for you. You might get enough punch to be able to clean moss off of paver blocks and things like that. But I like to have my Jrod with me. It's what I use primarily, but I do have that nozzle. It works great for what it's for. That's it for this video. I'm going to continue getting wet because it's still raining. Catch you on the next one. Make sure you subscribe. Thanks.